Where are you gonna start at?
+3.
Okay, so start at 3. How do you do a slope of 2?
Up 2, and the right one.
Good, very good. Okay. All right, Marcella, is it a solid or dotted line?
It's dotted.
Is there an equal sign on that?
Oh, sorry, it's solid then.
There you go, okay? All right, so we got a solid line. Okay. All right, and do we shade up or down here?
Down.
Very good, less than, so you go down. So everything on this side should have been shaded. Okay, does anybody have a question about that so far? Okay, so then let's look at the second guy here. Okay. Ziggy, you're up on this one. Where do we start at on this guy? What do you think?
-1.
That's right, start at -1. It's okay, they wrote it backwards, it's no big deal. All right, whatever's with your x is still your slope. The other guy is your start point. All right, so start at -1. Now how do you do slope of 2, Ziggy?
2 to the right, or 1.
There you go, good. A 2 over 1. Okay, solid or dotted, Maja?
Solid.
Good, solid line. Make that a little straighter. Okay, and then shading. Y is greater. So Toby, where do we shade here?
Above.
Good, so we're gonna go up. All right, so now when I'm looking at this, where are they overlapping at? In the middle, okay? Now guys, are they always gonna be in the middle when they're parallel? No, you have to shade and just see, okay? But everything in the middle right here is an answer. Okay, so those would be your final answers. Okay? Now, real quick, don't draw this. I'm just gonna kind of put a side note over here. I mean, if you have two solid lines like this, just realize, guys, that you can shade here, and then what would happen on that? Do they overlap anywhere? So what would that be? And you would have to actually write no solution. It's not going to happen often, very rarely, but every once in a while it'll pop up. But don't let that confuse you either. If I go and shade in this other direction here, right, then where are they overlapping now? Down the bottom, right? Okay, so you have to just shade and see what you get, all right? There's no set pattern here. Just because they're parallel, it's not always in the middle. It's not always a no solution. There's no set thing. You shade, and if they overlap, that's your answer. If they don't overlap, it's a no solution. But like I said, you will rarely have a no solution. Rarely, okay? All right, head up, and let's look at number 1. Let's review how we do when we've only got one letter, okay? So y is greater than -1. What is that going to look like? Okay, it goes horizontal. Good. Shiloh says you start at -1, and then he says it's going horizontal. All right? So is that going to be solid or dotted? Dotted. So we have a dotted line. Okay? Keep in mind, if you're a person who needs to see that, it's 0x minus 1, right? So you start at -1, slope of 0 is a horizontal line. Now, it says y is greater, so where do we shade? Good. Go up. Okay? Guys, remember, if you only have an x or a y, it's either horizontal or vertical, right? If you've got an x and a y, it should be on a slant. Okay, does that make sense? So x or y is horizontal or vertical, and then if you have an x and a y together, then those should be on a diagonal. Okay? All right, so now, remember we talked the other day about how this guy is super special. He doesn't follow any rules, all right? So how do we graph him? Where are we going to graph him at? At 0. So he's going to go right down the axis, isn't he? So x is less than 0. So we have a dotted line right down that axis because he's on 0. All right, and then which way do we shade in this case? Because there's no up or down here. Just to the left. Follow the arrow. Whatever way that arrow goes is the way we shade. Okay? And so that top left corner is where they'll be overlapping. Okay? Top left. All right, does anybody have a question about that? All right. Okay, we're only going to look at example 2. We're going to save example 3 for later. So this is kind of our last example for today. Okay? It says, determine whether the ordered pair is a solution to the systems of equations. So guys, We just did this on our warm-up, didn't we? We just did it. The only difference is, bless you, the only difference is now you've got to do it twice. Okay? You've got to check both of them. It has to work for both or it's no good. All right? So if it works for one, it's still no good. Okay? It has to work for both. Okay? All right, so let's go ahead and plug in. So this would be x and y, right? So we would have 12 greater than 2 times 2 plus 4. Well, what is 2 times 2 plus 4? 8. So 12 greater than 8. Does that work?
Yes.
Yeah? Alligators eat the bigger number. Yeah. So that guy's good. Okay? And then now, since that guy's good, we got to check the next one. So 12, again, put it in my y, less than 3 times 2 plus 7. All right? So what is 3 times 2 plus 7?
13.
Good. So 12 less than 13. Does that work? Yeah, alligators eat the bigger number again. So if it works for both, then it's a yes. All right? If it works for both, it's a yes. Yes.
If the first one you do, it does not work, do you have to do the other one, or can you just get no?
No, that's what we're actually going to talk about. Okay, she says, if the first one's a no, are we done? Yes, you're done. Okay, so once you hit a no, you're done. Okay, you do not have to check the second inequality. Okay? All right, go ahead and try B on your own real quick.